Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and it's January of 2025, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 9 degrees outside. It's actually 3, sorry. I was way off. Anyhow, it's not really stopping us from fishing. In fact, a couple of our steelhead guides were here in the shop today, and they've got trips booked in January, February, and of course March and April. Trout fishing can be good this time of year. The Mad River is a spring creek. It does not freeze over. We do have a tailwater in the Clear Fork. It does not typically freeze over. So we're fishing in cold weather, and I'm sure you're probably thinking about it as well. So just wanted to talk a little bit about staying warm in cold weather fishing conditions and show you just a few highlight products. And today we're going to focus on your extremities, your feet, your hands, and your head. We all know that a good layering system starts with a base layer, okay? You want to have a base layer next to your skin. And I much prefer something very thin. Sims makes a lightweight base layer, and then Smart Wool makes a really nice all-season merino wool base layer. But that's what you want next to your skin. But a lot of people neglect to remember that you also need to have a base layer on your feet. I mean, I deal with a lot of people almost every day this time of year, chiming in, sending emails or giving us a call, and they say their feet are freezing and they're just putting on a wool sock, or worse yet, they're putting on 2 wool socks thinking that that's going to solve the problem, and it actually makes the problem worse. So you need to have a base layer for your foot as well. So you need to get yourself some liner socks, and Sims has a really nice mid-calf liner sock. They've just brought back into the line this year, and it's just a thin wicking layer that goes underneath your insulating socks. You do not need to wear 2 pairs of thick, heavy wool socks. That's going to completely defeat the purpose. You're going to be restricting blood flow to your foot by doing that, and you're gonna be made fun of because you're gonna be falling all over the place because you can't feel your feet. Sims has their mid-calf liner sock, and then Smart Wool also has a what they call the liner crew. They both feel kind of similar to me. I've been wearing the past couple of seasons, I've been wearing the Smart Wool. The Sims, they're very similar weight. The Sims is mostly polypropylene. It's got some nylon. This one is a very similar makeup. So polypropylene is going to wick moisture, and then you're going to put on a thick wool sock like a Smart Wool. Smart Wool makes this one, comes up to just below the knee, above the calf, and they call this the hunting sock. And as long as you take the packaging and discard it quickly, nobody's gonna know that you're fishing in a hunting sock. Okay, or just pretend, if the sock inspector comes by, just pretend that you're hunting. Fly fishing kind of is hunting. So anyhow, the Smart Wool hunt, and then Sims also makes the merino over the calf. They make a mid-weight version, and they also make a heavyweight version. OTC stands for over the calf. Both of these are exceptional socks. They're of course not cheap, but really excellent quality. And a liner sock is the most important thing that I can teach you in this video on keeping your feet warm. Let's go to the other extremity, keeping your head warm. Of course, stocking caps, that type of thing, but a lot of folks like to fish with a brimmed cap, and for good reason. It helps cut the glare, can provide a slight level of safety. And just a couple of different options from Sims. This is a classic that they have sold for years, and this is called the Extreme cap. This has been one of our best-selling winter hats for years and years. Sims kind of changed it up a little bit. They went away from the Gore-Tex. It is still water resistant. They just went to a different material, a 2-ray type material on the exterior, and then it does have the Primaloft insulation on the inside. and it has ear flaps, and you can fold it under your chin. And a very similar design, kind of an Elmer Fudd looking wool outer with your sheep fleece on the inside. This is called the cold weather cap. And also it's kind of like a Stormy Cromer type hat, but again, has the ear flaps. This one is a little bit more robust. If I had to guess, this one is going to be the warmer of the two. But again, this is called the cold weather cap, again, from our friends at Sims. And now, keeping your hands warm. It's kind of always a challenge to keep your hands warm while you're fishing. So of course, we're almost always going to prefer fingerless gloves. So, okay, got that snapped. Sims has several different varieties of fingerless, call them fishing gloves. And we start off with their Freestone half finger gloves. And the Freestone is the least expensive. It's basically just a fleece glove. And of course your fingers are exposed, so you can tie knots, you can feel things, you can feel the line and what have you. And it's just a basic, good quality. It does have the palm pad here for grip, and then you can grab onto those finger pulls and get them on and off easily. A lot of folks, for extreme conditions, they like these foldovers. So these are the Freestone foldovers, and these have the mitten that folds over, and then this will tuck out of the way. And so you've got the benefit of the fingerless gloves for fishing, and then if you're moving from spot to spot or just need to warm up, they even have the thumb that folds over, and then you've got the mittens. And we all know that nothing is going to keep your fingers and fingertips warmer than mittens. Now the next step up in the Sims line is the wind stopper. And the wind stopper takes it up a notch in the material. They're quite a bit more water resistant, and they do have the wind stopper membrane in them. They're a little more technical of a glove. They're gonna be much more water resistant. They're gonna dry quicker. They're gonna keep you warmer if they are wet, which is true of, to some extent, of these types of materials. So they do make the wind stopper half finger glove, and then also the same in that fold over I showed you. I do own a pair, one of the earlier renditions of this wind stopper, and that's for extreme conditions. I'm kind of a wool guy myself. This is I really love wool gloves. I started wearing wool gloves when I was a kid. And Sims does make a nice pair. It's got the grippy palm to it. You've got the little, the texting fingers, so you can still answer your texts, which is nothing I would ever do while I'm fishing or with a pair of gloves on. Got that feature. They do make this wool glove in a fingerless option. I just couldn't seem to find them out there on the store floor, and we might be out of them because remember, it's 3 degrees. And now kind of an outlier product. When Sims came out with this thing, I thought, come on, nobody's gonna buy that. And I tell you, we cannot keep these things in stock. In fact, our guides are loving these. When you're a guide and you're not fishing and you're just looking to keep your hands warm, this is called the Bulkley Hand Muff. The Bulkley Hand Muff, and it is quite a muff. It's water-resistant material. You've got the sheep fleece on the inside. You can it's got the elastic around the ends. And so if you're just hanging out watching somebody fish, or for that matter, maybe you're going to a college football game here shortly. You've got the hand muff. It does have a little pocket on the back, so you could maybe stick your phone in there in case you need to text with your gloves on. And it does have a handy strap that you can put this around your waist. You can sling it over your shoulder, kind of like a sling, and swing it around when you need it. But I'm telling you, again, I thought to myself, we're not going to carry that. That's a stupid product. But the more and more I look at it, and the more and more I stick my hands in there, it is mighty warm. And we can't keep them in stock. We sell them like crazy. There you have it, the Bulkley Hand Muff from Sims. Yet another way to keep yourself comfortable in fishing in extreme conditions. Of course, the most important thing is the base layer. next to your skin. Check out Smart Wool All Season or Sims lightweight base layer, and then you're gonna layer over top of that. But don't forget, you need that base layer for your feet. Keep the top of your head warm, all kinds of different headwear, just some kind of cool options here from Sims. And then of course, Staple. We've been selling the Sims brand of gloves for probably nearly 30 years now. And they're good quality, reasonably priced. The Windstopper gets a little more expensive, but in my estimation, they're worth it with the wind blocker membrane. And for those of you that like wool, there are options. But you can check out all of this stuff on our website, madriveroutfitters.com. We, of course, appreciate the support. There's always links to all of these products, by the way, right in the description below me. If you have any questions whatsoever, remember, send those questions over via email at admin@madriveroutfitters.com or pick up the phone and give us a call. We're here to help. After all, customer service is what we do for a living. Fly fishing is just what we love and what we sell. So, as always, friends, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. That really helps us out, and it's free. Hit the like button, that makes us feel good. Hop on over to our website, register for our monthly newsletter. That way you stay in touch with where we're going and what we're up to and what's new in the industry. And as always, we appreciate you being here. Please stay tuned. We've got a ton of fly fishing content coming your way in 2025. So thanks for being here, and once again, Happy New Year.